Questions and comments? The honourable member for Saskatoon West.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I want to thank my honourable colleague for his comments and his tireless advocacy and his support to families to bring their stories to light, and so that we could hear what the impact has been on families when we have something in law that doesn't make any sense and, in fact, could do more harm than good. I just want to follow up. I brought this up with the minister when we were discussing the bill earlier in the week, and I just want to underline it because of our honourable colleague on the opposite side brought it up. You know, it doesn't matter how much investment you do in services if people don't access them. And if they don't access them, because there's a stigma attached, and we all can agree to that. There's a stigma attached to mental health. It is the biggest barrier, the biggest barrier. And regardless, as my honourable colleague said, whether the military has actually ever used this part of the military code to prosecute people, the fact that it is there sends a message to people. And I just want my honourable colleague to add a further comment about the point that the services and the money might be there, but if that barrier is there for people to actually access the help, then what's the point? Thank you.
The honourable member for Esquimalt-Saanich-Sooke has 1 minute to respond.
Well, I want to thank the honourable member for Saskatoon West for her comments. She's restated the argument much better than I did originally. And I think she's hit the nail directly on the head. It's certainly what we hear from families. It's the stigma that prevents access to services. It's the stigma which causes people to hide their problems so as not to lose confidence of their commanders or their colleagues in the military. Whereas if you break your arm, you don't hide it. You get treatment. But if you've got a different kind of illness that's not visible, the stigma makes you hide that illness, so it becomes worse, and we eventually lose the services of that member to the Canadian Armed Forces, and we eventually lose the loved ones of those families.